JT coming, JT coming, JT coming, JT coming, JT.
Hey guys, happy Vlogtober, happy Saturday, and thanks for checking me out. Make sure you are liking my videos, you're subscribing to my channel, and you're coming back every day. Thank you. For those of y'all that saw my short yesterday, when I went to the farmer's market and I said I had a sweet tooth, and if you guessed caramel apples, you're absolutely correct. And that's what I'm gonna make real quick. Real simple, easy treat that you can enjoy anytime. And it's a real good idea for children, grandchildren, or just because it's apple season. And we do have a lot of apples. So what do we do with them, right? Don't want to give them away. I love apples, all kinds. So let's get started. Parchment paper. I'm just gonna lay a nice layer on my tray that I'm gonna hold my apples. So I'm gonna have that all ready. So I have that ready. I'm gonna place that aside. Just to go over the kind of apples that I'm gonna be using. 2 green granny apples. These are really going to be like that sweet and sour taste. That's why I have 2 of these. And then 2 Fuji apples. I love Fuji apples. I like that pop, that sweetness. I have a sweet tooth. So with the caramel over top of a Fuji apple plus that crisp, oh, I can't wait. So before I even get started, what I need to do is to get this waxy film off of the apples. So I do have some water boiling. So now that my water came to a boil, I did place some boiling hot water into a regular container. And then what I'm going to do is take this apple and drop it right into the boil of water. And my spatula, moving it around a bit for a few seconds. I'm gonna take my apple out, and now I'm going to wipe it clean. What I'm trying to do is to remove as much wax off of the surface of the apple. So I'm gonna do this for all the apples. Just takes the shine away, and it also helps the caramel stick onto the surface of the apple. I am repurposing these skewers, and I'm going to be using these to poke a hole into, because we need a handle for our caramel apples. It's going to be really long, but oh well. Stick it right down the middle. I'm a little strong, so I don't want to stab myself. I'll keep going down. So I can't get it as perfect as I would like, but this is good enough. I'm going to repeat this 4 times. The only thing, if you're able to pull out the core, if you're able to pull that out, then you're good. But because I'm not strong, I'm just going to leave them in there. I'm just going to. There we go. Oh, all right. Oh, I went too far. Finally got all 4 of them with the sticks in them. So now I'm just going to sit them in the refrigerator. And it's time to make the caramel. Let's go. This is where the magic is about to happen. I have my 1 pot. I'm about to put all my ingredients in the 1 pot. So, and I didn't even cut the stove on yet. So I have 2 cups of brown sugar. Throw that in there. 1 stick of butter. Half a cup of condensed milk. Now, you could use heavy whipping cream, but I just want extra sweetness. So I'm using condensed milk. Get that all in there. Couple pinches of salt. Oops, I think I overdid it. Is that the right side? Hope so. And I'm missing the most important ingredient. I was about to turn it on and get it started, And I forgot the corn syrup. This ingredient is so important because this is what's going to allow everything to get nice and sticky and stick onto the apple. So I did about almost a cup of the corn syrup. So everything's in the pot. I just turned on the stove. I'm going to watch it mix well and then bring everything to a boil. Now for my bakers, don't come for me. I do not have a candy thermometer, so I'm gonna have to wing it. I'm just gonna let it come to a boil and hope everything reaches its boiling point and make the apples. I'm gonna wing it. I even looked it up to see if I could use a meat thermometer because I do have one of those, but it said absolutely not. So fingers crossed. So while that's coming to a boil, or while everything is melting down, what I'm going to do is take my unsalted peanuts and I'm going to place them in a sandwich bag, crush them down because I want to decorate my apples with some peanuts. That's what I would like. This is your show. You could decorate your candy apples any way you want, but I like a little peanut to go with my sweet and crunch. So it's going to be like a crunch, sweet, and then crunch of the apple, right? That sounds good. Perfect. It smells so good in here. I have my apples out and then I also have my peanuts. I'm just about to turn the stove off, let the caramel cool for a few minutes, maybe a few minutes. All right, it's coming along quite nicely. I want to make sure that I'm mixing it well. And you hear that? I don't want it to scorch at the bottom. And of course, I do not have a wooden spatula, but it's all good. So I'm gonna keep working this. I turned down the heat a little bit. I have my peanuts waiting for me. I'm about to take the apples out of the refrigerator. Now this is where the magic is happening. It's starting to bubble over. I'm gonna let it do its thing for a couple more minutes. And now I'm going to build up my assembly line. Excellent boil. Now I turned it off. Fingers crossed that it reached its temperature that it was supposed to temperature. And now I'm going to let it cool off just for a second. And now, as soon as it's cool off just for a minute, I'm about to get this party started. I can honestly see why it is so important to have a candy thermometer. Just making sure that all the ingredients melted and meshed well, because it gives it a smoother look to the caramel. And because I did not have that, I really cannot gauge whether or not it reached its full temperature. And we're just going to make it work. This is it. Like, we're just gonna make it work, right? No Martha Stewart here. But I will tell you, it smells wonderful. And the first experimental apple that I did, it looked like it has chicken pox, but I did it. I might show you. All right, here goes. Oh boy. Oh wow. Oh my goodness. Wow. I want it everywhere. Yes. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna sit this one down. Ah, a masterpiece. I'm gonna take my firstborn and put it back in. Ah, I'm gonna show y'all. It was a little touch and go. I thought I was doing something like, what is going on? So now I'm gonna recoat her. Whew. Oh, and it smells wonderful. I'm so excited. Look at that. Yes. Now my Fuji's are my favorite apples. So I'm gonna make sure they are nice and coated. And I wanna hurry up before it gets too cool and too hard to maneuver. So I'm doing that right now. Now that is the definition of fall. I must admit, I'm quite pleased with the ratio of apples to the caramel, because I thought I didn't make enough. These apples were really large, but that recipe was just enough for the 2 large Fuji apples, and then also the green Granny Smith apples. So I'm gonna let these cool off a bit. I don't know if I want to leave them the way they are or place the peanuts on them. I'm so unsure. But I think I'm going to take this one and put some peanuts on there. So I have my crushed nuts and, oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm going to take one of the apples. And I really just want to, I don't know if I want to sprinkle it, but first I'm going to just start off with the bottom, and then I'm just going to roll it. Hold on. You got to catch it while it's really hot so it can stick. Lesson learned. Darn it. But it's all good. So, my apple experiment is done. Now it's time for the taste test. I'm going to take the same one that I was going to place some. It didn't work. The peanuts didn't work. But now I'm about to taste it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Here goes. Mmm. 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 Oh my goodness. So delicious. This is definitely a fall favorite right here. Happy Vlogtober. Thank you all for hanging out. All right, let me get to eating this. I don't even want to bite it on the camera because this thing is huge. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. What is your favorite fall treat? Leave it in the comment section. And I'll get with y'all later. Peace out.